It's June in the San Francisco Bay Area, and that means time for Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference. Last year had a few nice gifts for smart home Apple fans. What about this time? Stick around, and I'll tell you what matters. HomeKit, now called Apple Home, is Apple's smart home platform that lets you control compatible devices like lights, cameras, thermostats, locks, and more with your iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, or Siri. You can also create basic scenes and automations to do some things, well, automatically. Last year at WWDC 2022, Apple introduced some significant upgrades to HomeKit, which included a complete makeover of the Home app, new lock screen widgets, and support for Matter, the latest attempt for world domination. I mean cross-platform compatibility between competing systems from Apple, Google, Amazon, Samsung, and everybody else. So what about this year? Here's a rundown of what I saw and heard during the WWDC 2023 keynote that directly or indirectly includes smart home capability. Now, I haven't rewatched the keynote multiple times or poured through all the online blogs and analyst reports, so I'm sure there may be some things I've missed. If you've seen or heard of other features or smart home devices coming from Apple, let me know in the comments below. With iOS 17, the next version of the operating system for Apple's iPhones, they will be adding a new iPhone standby mode. When the iPhone is placed horizontally on its side or on a stand, a new display mode takes over the entire screen. New widgets allow access to controls such as smart home lighting or other adjustments. Siri, when in standby mode, plays music, sets timers, and does a few other things when you set down your iPhone. A minor but welcome change is that voice control now simply uses Siri instead of for activation.
iOS 17 has many more features, including the ability to simply say Siri to activate Siri.
iPadOS 17 for the iPad tablets will have new interactive widgets. Without opening an app, you can now take actions and show changing information. That's great for smart home controls or any real-time status or information display. You can control lights, heating, cooling, or other smart home devices. Not stated, but hopefully we also get live security camera streams and not just the current thumbnails. A special type of widget that Apple calls Live Activities will be added to iPadOS. Live Activities were introduced last year, but only for iOS and iPhones. Live Activities show changing information from food delivery apps, sports scores, and other specially adapted apps. There was no mention of any smart home specific live activities, but some interesting potential with the larger screen of the iPad. Like what? Well, you know those rumors about a new HomePod smart music speaker that also has a screen on it? I could see more advanced widgets and live activities being ideal for building a home control dashboard of some kind. Here's an inside secret. Every YouTuber prods you to click the like button to help them beat the algorithm or show support for them to keep making videos. Screw that. The best reason to click the like button is to reward yourself. When you enjoy watching a video and click the like button, you tell YouTube what kinds of videos you enjoy seeing. YouTube has one selfish goal: to keep showing you videos from all YouTubers, not just me, and that holds your interest so you stay interested in YouTube. So help me help you and click that like button. The next version of the macOS operating system for laptops and desktops has the codename Sonoma. Sonoma will have widgets right on the desktop again, not just in the slide over panel. Widgets are very aesthetically pleasing. They fade into the background when your attention shifts, and they adopt the color tone of the foreground app. Workflows from the Shortcut app can also be placed on the desktop now as widgets. Lots of smart home potential here for personal automation shortcuts and shortcuts in general. I saved the best for almost last: Apple's new web apps feature.
With web apps, we're elevating the websites you use most often with some of the same great features as apps. I use Confluence all the time. I'll make it a web app so it doesn't get lost in my other browsing. From the File menu, I can click Add to Dock, and the title and icon load automatically. When I click Add, the icon instantly appears in the dock. Now I can close this window in Safari. When I launch my web app, I get an app-like experience with a simplified toolbar. On Mac, you can create a web app for any website.
It's really not a technological breakthrough, but I believe it has the most potential of everything added this year. Granted, that's a low bar, to make building and using a smart home easy. Now you can wrap any web page or website to act like a native app and place an icon for it on your desktop or in the dock. This gives you single-click access to launch a website without having to log in and navigate several layers to get back to where you want to be. Tons of potential, especially for smart home. It's ideal for linking anything that isn't already natively supported by Apple, making less friction to use it. Here's an example. If you're running HomeBridge, Home Assistant, or other third-party automation hub or gateway, you can wrap the web page for using it into a desktop web app right now. If you have a website or a web page used to configure and control your router or Wi-Fi equipment, getting to it just becomes a bit easier. Great for products that are not native in HomeKit, supported yet by Matter, or have a decent user interface app of their own. Devices like robotic vacuums, security cameras, water flow controllers, or other specialty devices will be more convenient to use. The new tvOS 17 and the Apple TV get some useful additions too. Nothing earth-shattering or amazing, but nonetheless, we can be grateful for incremental improvements that are truly useful. Apple is adding AirPlay support for hotels. You'll be able to join the hotel Wi-Fi system and AirPlay directly to in-room TVs using just a quick scan of a QR code. It will take time to roll out, as hotels will have to implement and link to their in-room hospitality and entertainment systems, but a nice improvement of the experience when traveling to use the TV as a large screen monitor and bring up your existing personalized streaming apps and shows. Apple also briefly mentioned an improved control center section on Apple TV that will allow easier access to security cameras and hopefully some other things too. And FaceTime is being added to Apple TV along with continuity camera. That's a software feature which lets you use your iPhone as a wireless camera for video conferencing. It will work with FaceTime and also Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Cisco WebEx. So ironically, you'll be able to work from home comfortably from anywhere. If you're interested in your own Apple HomeKit or other smart home, but are overwhelmed with all the options available, don't worry, I'm here to help. With my extensive knowledge of custom integration technology and experience in the industry, I offer paid private and confidential one-on-one consulting sessions by telephone or by Zoom. During our session, we'll identify which products and systems best suit your needs and help you assemble everything for a seamless and intuitive smart home experience. Whether you're just starting or looking to upgrade your existing system, I can provide the guidance and support to ensure your smart home project will be successful. Use the link on the screen or in the description below to schedule a session and make your smart home a reality.
We do have one more thing.
And truly last, introduced with the iconic One More Thing tease, we have the Apple Vision Pro AR/VR headset. This was the highly anticipated and hyped brand new platform for Apple. $34.99 retail price and not available until early next year, so relax, a lot of time to learn more about this. I'll let the other pundits talk about this ad nauseum, but nonetheless, here's my hot take on the smart home potential with this new device. Entertainment. Obviously gaming, but also creating a personal viewing experience for TV, movies, and all streaming media. Apple even thinks 3D movies are coming back, and Apple briefly teased that it could, quote, turn any room into a personal movie theater, end quote. Now, I don't think my fellow systems integrators and AV experts designing and building luxury home theaters have anything to worry about, at least for quite a while. Since the Vision Pro can run just about all existing iOS apps, of course, by default, it has a lot of smart home capability. But the big question is, will there be any new and innovative ways to interact and control your smart home? Imagine using the headset to control your smart home devices with gestures, voice commands, or a virtual remote. I simply don't know. If you do, I would love to hear your ideas in the comments below. Automated lighting is one of the first things to do for any smart home. Learn about the newest Lutron lighting system and how it is different by watching this video next.